So welcome to this Noob's campaign of Malagor the Dark Omen. This is initially right after the Beastmen rework. I do not have the DLC, so let's see what the Beastmen have gotten for free. I must admit I have not played Beastmen, even though I bought the DLC a long time ago. So the rework isn't going to be noticed. Let's just see how the reworked Beastman plays. Cannot compare it to the old Beastman. And I'm not that adept at Total War, so you see the difficulty settings were pretty low, but that should also prevent some AI cheating, which feels not so great. So any tips on Total War? I appreciate those in the comments. I have previously had some WoW series, which you are all, of course, welcome to watch. I might not continue those for a various amount of reasons, and I cannot promise that I will finish this series either, but let's see. I think I'll shut up for the introduction in just a second. And I have a crash. No?
Your hour
Funkins.
approaches, Crowfather. Here amongst the ruins of Morkane, a once proud city of mankind, you have prophesied the end of all uncloven. Yet the time for portents is done. We must move. In distant lands, other war herds move through their own blood grounds. In time, you may encounter them as either friend or foe. Know that you have kin, but trust only in yourself. Further north, past the mystic forest of Atheloren, is Bretonia. Arrogant and aloof, its glittering spires a sure sign of self-righteousness. You should bring ruin to this pretty realm. East of Bretonia lies the Empire, the very pinnacle of mankind's hubris. Its capital, Altdorf, is the center of power and a symbol of its surety. Reduce it all to rubble. Let pandemonium reign. The Empire is powerful, but divided. You must strike soon, for it may yet unify and seek to bring civilization to the Bloodgrounds. To the south, the border princes hold a tentative grip on all that they call theirs. Yet they are isolated by the mountains and the Blackfire Pass. Soft targets for a hungry herd such as ours. Though the dwarfs and greenskins lie between us and the realms of man, Malagor, they are trifling obstacles. You are the Dark Omen, Dar Armu, destined to bring an unending age of destruction to man's uncloven world.
Death to the Hoofless. Okay. So how they play. They can only form limited settlements, instead roaming the map as hordes. So it's a horde army, which we probably knew that already. Continual fighting and raiding keeps bestial rage high, maintaining the growth required to build buildings. Bloodgrounds are created when the Beastmen raids Hearthstones, not to be confused with Hearthstones. They have conquered. Once created, a Hearthstone region and other adjacent to it become part of the Bloodground. Settlements raised within the Bloodground provide devastation. Sounds cool. Which is converted into blue rune marks of ruination by performing Ritual of Ruin. In turn, this enables the Beastmen to progress through ruination levels to advance their campaign. Okay. Selecting a settlement will potential for Bloodgrounds, Hearthstone. I think we'll get this when we try it out. Dread. Using Dread, Beastmen can invoke the Dark Gods to grant them upgrades to improve their faction. Dread can be acquired from raising settlements, completing missions, and by winning battles, in which higher numbers of enemy casualties will earn more Dread. So the more we slaughter, the more Dread we acquire. Access the rewards. I wonder if this makes it so that we should, every time they flee in a battle, murder as many of them as possible before we terminate the battle. That is a little unfortunate because it's not that fun to hunt down enemies who are already dead, unless we have a really cool monster to do so. So we might do this a little bit, but not to an extreme extent. Access the Rewards of Dread panel to purchase improvements such as increasing the capacity of specific units and heroes. Okay. Beast Path, another mechanic, makes use of the teleporting, navigation, otherwise impassable. Okay, and we can learn more here. Okay, let's just try this out. So, the Rewards of Dread.
In return for the dread caused by your destruction, the Dark Gods offer myriad gifts. The means to improve your armies, recruit better champions, find new gear, or even augment. A burgeoning war herd can only attract a limited number and stature of individuals, but that can be changed as the tribe progresses. Some will not be available unless you have the correct horde buildings or attained sufficient marks of ruination.
In the unit tab, various units can have their faction-wide recruitment capacities increased. Some units are grouped together so that purchase the capacities all units in the group are increased. Units can be recruited up to the purchased capacity. So it's like the Tomb Kings. As long as the horde contains the correct buildings to recruit them. Increasing the capacity of unit cost dread and are purchased via the button below. Each time you use dread to expand the capacity of a group, your cost increases further, okay? To increase the capacity, you must first gain marks of ruination to reach ruination level. Okay, the number of marks of ruination collected and all units unlocked can be tracked to the top right. To the top right of the panel, you can view your dread and favor over here. Okay. Can increase hero capacity.
Your exploits in ruinous destruction can be used to gain the servitude of savage horde leaders and ruthless champions.
Having other legendary lords join your faction cost dread. If inactive when purchased, they are added to your lord recruitment pool. So I wonder if we can actually recruit Torax, even though I have not downloaded the DLC for him. Increasing recruitment capacity. Okay. In the upgrades tab, you can create various things.
The Dark Gods have the means to permanently boost many aspects of the tribe in return for your baneful accomplishments. Even your mighty herd stones, most sacred monoliths of your kind, can be enhanced with greater power.
Okay, so we should not fear building them. Action-wide upgrades which can improve new hordes, increasing character unit ranks. Okay. And items.
A trove of items sits at the ruinous master's
and we can
fingertips.
actually purchase some of this
But can be
for money.
acquired should you wish.
Other rewards. Multiples of the same items may be purchased, okay? So this one is a pretty good one, no? Line of sight and movement range, so that's like 1 free point, and I think we already have as the Dark Omen. He has an effect which causes him to have more movement. So right here, movement range when using Beast Path only. And then enemy leadership and replenishment rate and fear for hobbies, and we have a hobby already. Okay, so it's basically a point into this one for the cost of 3,000 gold. So they are free, so we might as well get them, no? And we are probably to attack this village. Usually there's a like a starting army that so we are causing attrition to this one.
Malagor,
Fourth building panel. So Chaos Warhounds, Raiders. Okay. And we already have that one. We can build this one. Dread per turn. Okay. So we have room for a lot of buildings in the long run. Seems like we have room for all our buildings because there's 4 buildings here and 5 buildings here. So we have room for everything. And in my mind, then we might as well get started on gaining some dread because it seems like a very vital resource. So I think we'll just purchase this one. And we are in stance, hidden encampment, immune to attrition, hidden until discovered, minus rage because we are just grazing animals at the moment. And we cannot move. And we have great movement with Beast Path. And the raiding. Regenerate a little bit of rage. Okay. This seems fine. Can we recruit as well? Might as well do that now. So we have some harpies, but they cause fear through our leader ability, so we might not. I think we want one warhound to chase down fleeing troops since we have some feeder coursing. I think what we really lack is a front line of sorts to hold down anything. We'll just purchase one more of these with the shield, battle, opposing infantry. We have some spears for this, and then an archer unit to combat opposing archers. I think this is good. Okay. And let's see. So what are our objectives? Long-term, short campaign. Raise 40 settlements, earn 10,000 gold, destroy these factions, and win a battle. Okay, so chapter 1, raise some settlements. So let's see what we have
Relations
here.
with foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy, my lord. Consider your situation carefully before accepting any agreement.
I actually have some pretty good relations with these. Cannot trade, this faction does not trade. So I guess we are the faction that does not trade. So I don't know what we would actually benefit from. Maybe we would benefit from having a non-aggression pact with somebody, but well, I think we should bide our time a little bit. What is this button? Challenge the Dark Gods. So this is our research tree. And we need to create a hearthstone in order to get this going. Win some ambush battles, win some siege battles, perform rituals. Okay, so there are some things to do right here. I think we can raid a turn. Maybe we should purchase the item for the rest of our money. We have just enough. I don't see why not. Well, let's just try to use these systems and let's see how they work. We shouldn't need the money for, or actually this item is ready to be assigned. So it's not auto assigned. Just give them to this guy and it takes a turn. That's perfect. Okay. Wonder if that stacks with the movement increase from the hidden path. And I'm sorry for the mic picking up my I don't know what's it called in English, but me making nose noises. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, and apparently I have bent my ribs a little bit by dropping
overall progress of the tribe.
by bench pressing and dropping the bar on myself. I wasn't too smart.
The more marks you will attain, and the stronger you will become.
So, luckily, cozy total war smashing other people to pieces is just what the doctor ordered for me to get much better. So, why wouldn't we do this? And there's supposedly a new auto-resolve mechanic. It does not seem to highlight. Oh, here. Outcome. Decisive victory, casualties low. And I don't think it means that we should lose anything. But as the first battle of the series, let's do it. Break siege and circle. Well, let's just fight the battle. And no, Siri, I don't... It's not talking to you. So I don't plan on doing any editing because it will heavily reduce the amount of content I can put out. So there might be some small hiccups here and there might be some loading screens like this that I could shorten down if I did some editing, but that will just limit the amount of episodes that I can produce. So you'll have to just sit with me on my hard disk drive at these battles they load. I think this is more than half, so I think we should not gamble. Let's just start the deployment. And do we have any spells? We have some. Lock of Doom and Enfeebling Foe. Okay, that sounds pretty good. And I think this is just our one guy, and these can be two. And I have it enabled to lock, as you can see there. So it will lock the unit formation right away. I think I'll just do something like this. Or something. This is actually a out of old unit. What can this do? This is just a giant monster. 5. We have these on 6. And these also have? Yes, these can also move. So I think we'll have probably taken the high ground. That's a little annoying that we have to move all the way up there. I think we'll just keep these on the flank and the Harveys as well. We might do some things there. So I think we'll move to the high ground, because that's where I expect them to be. And I think that's it. Let's start the battle. That's
Your giant terrorizes the enemy, great lord. Send it into the main body of the enemy and watch the carnage unfold.
I think we just bomb rush him though. Savage Horse. I think that's the main idea of the Beastmen, right? You just right-click everything. I think we can move these up. Slowly move these to the top of the hill. We don't need to run them. And the hobbies, I don't want them to get shut down immediately. We can do this. We have set an attack order for these. I don't know quite what they are doing. Doesn't seem like they have a... Oh, your hidden units. They were hidden until now. I don't think we can actually do anything like that. They have a Lord unit right there. Wait, and we don't want him to land, I think. Not at the moment. I think we can... This might be suiciding them, but I want to see how this fear-causing thing works out for me. I don't know where the screen... Oh, that's their war. Yes. And they are already fleeing in terror. So I think we need to murder these. And I think we can shoot these guys in the flanks because our guys are losing that battle. So let's help them out a bit. I think the hobbies should focus on the fleeing units. I think they're all broken. Yes, now they are. Not quite sure how everything unraveled so fast. It just kind of did. But so this is the thing. If we get more dread from more kills, then we actively want to hunt down every single entity on the field if we can. Which does not become so fun. Let's see how these hobbies attack. So what took some damage? Our infantry took a lot of damage, and that was too expected. I think the hobbies actually hold up a lot better than I thought they would. It's cool that they don't even touch the ground, they just fly around and pick on these poor old orcs. So what's our Dark Omen doing? Not much. Okay, and these were fleeing. And we even forgot to bring our Manticore. So, not a great start in terms of the micro to come, but I think that's my selling point. I'm not a legendary player, but Total War can be a very cozy game also to watch these hounds. So I was considering the Chaos Lord instead, just for the amazing boar, Hellfire Peninsula boars that he started with, because they seem pretty cool. But I think we can get them at some point. I think these will do for now. All these poor orcs. Okay, so these are actually pretty effective in gobbling up this. Maybe it doesn't matter because this is a settlement battle and therefore they are all going to die anyway. But it's cool to get a feeling for your army. That's what we want to do. Grazing herd animals have become the predators. Come, make it, do something in this battle. Land! Whee! Slam. Okay, that's a ferocious attack animation and they're gone. So we got one attack in and the Harpies, they almost exterminated these guys. I think actually they will. They're all in the air. Having a little trouble. Oh. There you go. In battle. So decisive victory, I think that's what the auto battler also predicted it would be. And we took a lot of losses on this unit. And if we had lost that one, then it would have been better to auto resolve. But luckily we did not lose it. And we did not take a lot of damage on our monsters. So I think since he's free to replace, he's not that important. So let's see what's happening when we have the settling. So we both want to raise it and we want to build a herd stone. And I wonder if one excludes the other. That's going to be interesting to see. So when I initially started the campaign, I don't know if that popped up on the recording right here.
Now that you have trampled this settlement's inhabitants into the blood-soaked ground,
Yes.
you may erect a herdstone here. These forbidding monoliths mark all the surrounding regions as your blood grounds, where carnage and slaughter will hasten the prey herd's rise.
Sounds very good. Okay. So raise herdstone is a separate option from raising. Bestial rage, small amount of movement, replenish, and a small amount of gold. So what if we loot and raise? Can we then attack it again? So we need to have shards retained when reaching certain ruination levels. Never be lost, only reused. Shards are regained after casting a ritual of ruin or if a herdstone gets destroyed. So it just limits the amount of herdstones we can build. So I think we raise it now. And let's see if we can erect a herdstone afterwards. Got a level.
Well done, my lord. The marks of ruination accumulate at your herdstone, awaiting your ritual. The dread felt by this land's denizens delights your dark masters, who shall reward you in turn. The stronger a blood ground's vanquished settlements, the greater the rewards.
Okay. I think we'll grab this one for a 20% movement increase already. And we cannot move far. Can we recruit? No. Encampment stance? Raiding stance? No recruitment is allowed. And that's because we want to battle, I guess. So I think we just end the turn. See what happens. Because our objective is to raise settlements, and if that does not count, so we can fight that guy maybe.
You have created new blood grounds, my lord.
No, I have not.
By raising and sacking settlements in these regions, you will amass marks of ruination. Once sufficient devastation has been caused, perform a herdstone ritual to receive the Dark God's rewards in return.
So we have not done this yet, so I'm not quite getting what he is saying.
Your war herds live their lives on the march, mighty lord. The cloven ones have no need for towns or cities.
Makes it easy.
The undead, my lord, under the thrall of their vampire masters, no doubt. Stay alert when dealing with the midnight aristocracy, lest their treachery overtake you.
Okay. Wall not moved. Can we do something here? Now we can raise the herdstone. Okay, I think we're really supposed to do that since he so heavily suggested it. But let's do nothing for a bit and let's see our objectives. So we have one sacked, a raised settlement. I think next time we'll try to see if building it directly gives us one more. So raise the herdstone. Ritual locked. Challenge completed. By the will of the Dark Gods, the meteoric rock from which the herdstones were hewn once fell upon the world. By that same will, you have raised one in their name. Access the channel panel to receive your rewards for completing the Plight of No Horns challenge. This one. Melee attack for Ungor. Leadership. Okay, we can't say no to that. Ammunition. Weapon strength when fighting against, and this is all armies. Okay. And we are going to be doing that for the foreseeable future in the old world. Okay, and speed, that's also nice. And that
Malagor,
took up our entire turn. Army panel, we can't recruit. We can't do anything else. Okay, so that we've now used 2 turns for this. I thought we were immune to attrition. I think let's just end the turn. So building the Hearthstone took up our entire turn. What is this? This is a mark of some kind. We kind of actively want that orc to fight us because we are now on our blood grounds.
There is rage inside you. I can feel it, just as there is in all true horns. It is a gift from the granter of savage hate. Keep the fury contained within, and then unleash it at the right moment.
Okay.
War.net.
How we can recruit. How big is his army? So not so big. I think we can. We want to take it on. Can get to smash the beetles. So close victory actually. And we actually will lose a unit if we do the auto resolve. So let's try to do better than that. So he has 2 cavalry units and 1 archer unit. So the cavalry, we might keep our feral manticore in the air. And you know, we have some spears. And all he can really target is our archers and our spears. So we want to gamble on this one because it's below the median. And we gain some. We gain none. Okay. So these are actually hidden. I did not know that. Maybe we want the spears on the flanks this time. So we do like this. Maybe spread. We actually want a tight formation because they. We don't know. Something like this. This can be 2. They are locked. 1.
Beastmen.
3. And this one could not. We want to keep this in the air. This one can be in the middle. We want these on the flanks. I don't know. Hopefully it's hidden now. We want this on the other flank. Maybe you can bother the flyers. So I've seen that you can take units like this and then move them all forward. Yes, on the arrow keys at least. But how to turn them? Alt? Okay, Alt actually does something. It keeps the entire formation. It's a little hard to. I don't know if we can make them come to us. Maybe a flock of doom will help on that regard, and we have the old war boss. We have the enfeebling foe. I don't know what can duel him. So if we take out their archers, they're kind of forced to come to us. So this turtle build is very un-Beastmen-like. Wait, under attack. So I'm wondering if it just want not my. It has to be so much out of position.
Malagor.
I think we just go for it now. So it's already breaking apart, this one. So we actually want take out their archers. Where's their other cavalry unit? It's right there. Look at that. Where's their boss? It's right there. So we want our big guy to do that. Okay. Maybe their leadership will drop when we do this. These will chase down those guys. So we have destroyed their... We want the Malagor to refocus. We don't want it stuck in combat, I think. I'm not quite sure where he is. He's right there, I forget. We want to do this on him. He activated war right there. I actually nipped them off pretty nicely. So we completely broke them. That's not too shabby. And completely broke off that guy. So we want the giant. Going to help here. And they routed actually our hobbies. And this one is rampaging, so that's probably going to get its ass kicked. And we maybe want our lord to help out a little bit. Is it out of ammo? We can maybe... I don't know if it actually hits friendly troops, I hope it does not. I think we're breaking them. This is not too great. And we got him. So I think we want to kill this lord at the least. And I think these have proven themselves to be very great at it. The Harpies, they can finish up those guys, and he can finish up those guys. I think that's fine. So maybe I should have kept my lord back. I think somehow I too got very spread all over the place. This might be more friendly fire than... Yes, it is. So the giant does not seem to help any bit at all. I think we'll just call up the archers. So this is not a settlement where we're guaranteed to kill everything. So I think we need to hunt down at least the lord so he doesn't come back to bother us.
Cloven ones.
So this giant is very slow. It looks like a chaos giant. There's no abilities. Is the Malagor? No. Okay. No. I don't know if we get to cast an foe on him. Let's see how far you have to be away to cast that spell. Minus defense and minus attack, so it renders them not harmless, but worse. Hit him. Yes. In the battle. So I don't think we actually... So we improved in comparison to the auto resolve. That's that's at least something. And we got a lot of we actually lost more units than they did, so that was not too great. But we are not destroyed, and yeah, I think that's good. Everything considered. So I think we can maybe do one more battle, and then I think that's a wrap for the first episode. I intend to keep them about an hour long, and I think if you have any comments for me to do otherwise, I will appreciate that as well. So kill captives, sacrifice captives for favor, or unit replenishment. I think we might need to build up our army a bit, so these will probably replenish naturally anyway. And that might also reduce our bestial rage. So we do not have it. Current change per turn, battle 1, casualties. So we just want to raid, and then we will reach that anyway. But oh, this gives -4. So I think we need to kill them in order to see what this meter is all about. And he did get to flee anyway. Perished. So we gained a talisman, and it has gotten to Malagor. Pigeon plucker pendant. Okay, nice. Unassigned skill point. So is there anything in this tree we want to post battle of stealing? And we want this in the longer term, and more loot and more raiding, because we have to raid all the time to keep our bestial rage up. And what can we get here? We can get some buffs for a lot of our units. But we are a spellcaster, are we not? So I think we want to... So this is the... Lore of Beasts. So this allows us to overcast it. Extended range, extended effect duration, which I guess means that it deals more damage as well. Okay. Is there something we need from this? Life leech. Improve power research. This will map wide fix everyone with a charge bonus. That seems pretty good. Speed. But this one seems pretty good, but I think we want the overcast for Flood. Okay. And for the next level, we get reduced cooldowns once again, and Winds of Magic costs, and miscast chance reduced. That seems also like a good deal. Can we hunt him down? I think we can. Do we want to do that? I think we do. So, just to see this region, it's all this that's painted red, it seems. Okay. Seems not too bad. And what can we do here? We have a hearthstone we can recruit from, and we can do different things. And provides a garrison, replenishment rate, horde recruitment, chaos corruption. Winter Magic. Ray Shaman hobbies. Siege towers per siege item constructed. Ammunition. And campaign movement. We should be able to move all over the campaign, but still we move so small. I don't think I'll need or I want to build anything right here at this very moment. But I think we can take out this guy while he's still here. Decisive low casualties. And I think we can auto resolve this without losing anything. Yes. And now we are in, actually. I thought we were immune to attrition. Maybe that was something different. Okay, I think and here there's no attrition. Rating? So income 0, but we get minus growth and plus rage. But in the raided province we don't need it. And we are immune to attrition while raiding. Okay. So we have a skill point. And right click on it to see the spell. So you can tell I'm not that. Oh, I thought there was this little video of it. Seem to remember that. But a spectral pendulum swings razor sharp, lethal. So it's an AoE spell. We already have that through Flock of Doom. Doom and Darkness. Sapping their resolve. So minus leadership. Might be great when we have this terror causing build and all the fast units to hunt them down. And Mantle of Gorok. Armor piercing damage, melee attack. So this is an all-in spell to a self or ally. Could give it for the giant or something. Summons a Cygor. I think we might just want this. 13 Winds of Magic. I think we just want this. Extra units when our army is so small seems like a great option. These hounds have actually been serving us quite well. Much better than I thought they would. And our infantry has been taking a beating just like we thought they would. So I think we just want more infantry. So what is this cap? Unit capacity? So but we can still recruit one of these. Okay, I think that's fine. To end the turn. And we got 265 dread. So maybe we can spend it on some of the initial. So I think we have gotten through all the mechanics that were introduced. The ruinous powers take grim pleasure in your endeavors. In their dark might, they grant a boon. Which of their gifts will you choose? Gorbul or Bray Shaman? I think we have some benefits to recruiting a Bray Shaman as the Dark Omen. And I don't know if these will apply. So I think we just want a melee fighter like the Gorbul to, for example, duel out the enemy lords that our army is not very great at. And then we can recruit the Bray Shaman with a lot of benefits later. So I think we take the Gorbul. And then have him in our army configuration. Yes. Challenge completed. And we get this research available. I think we wanted this one. Might actually be a nice idea to have speed right away, because we have this where we want to hunt down everything after the battle is won, and that we cause fear and territory thing, so we want to catch it. So we might actually just choose the speed right away. I'm wondering if one shuts down the opportunity to do the other. This one seems to scale the best. 10% weapon strength when fighting all the good guy races. Seems to be a very good upgrade. But we are fighting orcs at the moment, and I'm thinking that we will get to do all this at some point. Leadership might also be beneficial, especially for a leader that can fly to locations where leadership is needed, but I think we want this for the moment. Hero not moved. And it's still saying that we should build something right here. All blood grounds regions, local region. Okay, I think that changes it a bit. Reload time increased for enemy towers. All blood ground regions. Small chance for a plague to break out at the start of each turn. This plague will not harm all the evil guy races. That's pretty cool. Might of Malady. I think we take this one. We get harpies and we get Winds of Magic. Our reserve. Okay. I think we take that one. And I wonder if our buff to harpies apply to the garrison ones. Lord's Army. Okay, only for the Lord's Army. Causes fear for harp units. This is the Gorbul. I think we just want to incorporate him. Right away.
Malagor.
We for some reason always go to the encampment stance. What can we do here? The rage mechanic, where was that? Bestial rage. Of achieving growth. So we are currently at 80. So this might just mean that we are... So we just have great increase too. We cannot build anything yet. We need one population. Oh, we are gathering. We should actually get the necessary growth in the next turn. So, can we recruit something? Yes, we can still recruit something. We might just want... Maybe we can... We can. Oof. We could actually recruit more harpies, which we have buffed. Or we could get these sweet ass pigs. Select increase by 2. I'm guessing it's not a problem that we already have one of each in our army. Maybe we want a harpy more, since we synergize better with them and we can just barely afford it, so I think we want to try that. What happened now? So if we go into recruiting, oh, we still lack the necessary building to do so, so that was a waste. Yes. What a waste. Okay, but this includes the poison towns and the Reworked herds as well, so we could only have benefited if we upgraded the other thing. The one we had access to from the start. But I don't get why we can't do anything other than encampment at the moment. Is that because we are recruiting? If we do this, wait. Then we can move. And maybe we can... East path. We should have a lot of movement left. For some reason we can't. That took all of our movement. And I'm guessing now we can't recruit? No. Okay, not too great. So, as you can tell, I haven't been playing Total War recently, as this seems like it's the basic mechanics that I'm missing out on. So this is definitely a Noob's, not a guide, but a Noob's playthrough. Okay, now we can see how much the Beast Path. We can move to all these places, so we have greatly increased range on that one. Seems like a fair deal, but we might just want to recruit some more units. I think 2 of these are enough. One more, and then we can recruit some cool units when we get access to them. But do we want to move closer before we do that? I think we do. We keep right-clicking on these guys. So if we raid, how much do we need to enter encampment? Campaign required to adopt 10%, so we can go quite a bit down. For some reason we are not at war with these guys yet. Why can we move so little? And this takes up all our... Okay, that's interesting to note. Strength rank. So we want to be fighting some
King of
really bad guys. There's someone right here on Clan Moors.
Soon. Brave. I rule. I hunt.
Not yet.
Address me as your highness.
What?
Maybe we'll take on Skullcrack before we...
Don't mess with me. What's your message?
Demand payment. Give me tribute. No?
Yeah.
They rejected. Nothing. And we'll just crush them.
Me. Speak up, or I'll
Okay,
break your tongue.
Okay. We're cleared. So let's hope we can get him out of hiding. We have all these. This is a big region, it seems. Which we want to claim as our blood grounds. But we do not want to spend all our movement on this. Why are we hitting attrition? Is it vampire corruption? So we should be able to, yes, encamp still, recruit units. 1, 2. That's one too many. Like this. So those were a couple of very ineffective turns. But hopefully we'll lure the goblins out of their hiding place, and if they do not come, well, this is too good to be true, right? It's probably Skaven infected, something along those lines. The Dark Moon! Morzilab is ascendant, usurping the sun revered place in the firmament. The world is awash with its sick and terrible hue. Such an event is almost unheard of. Minus it is a call to the Beastmen, a sign that the herd has the opportunity to dominate. Let them, Beast Lord, seize glory. When one falls, all damage, Astral Rage. For 3 turns. Or recruitment capacity for 3 turns. So I think we just want the rage. We have almost full rage anyway, so I think we'll take the attack buff and then hope for No, I meant to be right here.
Dance me
For some reason, we are... Oh, we're not full rage. Current 80. Okay, we are full. Damn. Wonder what happens if... Since it has a garrison, I'm guessing that they can knock down our stone. What I'm wondering what the 4 is for. Loading village. Ritual locked. So this was the... I did not see any rituals here. Challenge. Let's try and... What? Fooled me. Then let's at least raid when we do it. So we are at full strength. I think this is fine. We just have to see what's there. This can't be all free real estate. There has to be something in there that's preventing all the other factions from taking it.
The taint of undeath festers in this place, my lord. Take steps to reduce corruption spreading further amongst your followers, or they may turn against you to serve a new master.
So we have a lot of vampire corruption. That's not so great. I don't know what we should do about that. Let's see if Arcane will search the ruins. We cannot do that because we lack a hearthstone. I guess we search the ruins.
The old ones liked to test their disciples. It appears the symbols are the cipher to open this treasure.
So the call is total 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4. So 1 blue, but that's not available, so that's not the option. So there's 3 3s, 2 1s, and a 4. So what are options? A purple 4, 1, 3, 4. Makes no sense. Purple 2. How does this make sense? So maybe it's matching colors. So the blue is the blue one that's missing. And that then has to stand alone. So it could be like that was +2. There's no blue option, there's only the yellow and the purple option. I think we go to yellow. So the thought process is that 1 plus 2 equal 3, 1 plus 2 equal 3, and then the blue just sticks out for no apparent reason. Puzzle fails. Okay. It'll lock next time. Okay. That's so great. What then? Do nothing. We can just do nothing. That seems too bad. We can't do... It's even the biggest city. That seems a little silly. I'm wondering what this means. So we have black ground. Also plus Skaven Corruption and Chaos Corruption. So I think we'll just move over and then take out this settlement instead. To end on me failing a puzzle so bad that was enough movement, so we used all our movement to do nothing. Okay. This is not going too great. Well, maybe since this one seemed to be empty, we can try to do the others. We seem to be very close. The Dune Kingdoms. Raise the Misty Mountains. Okay. We want to do that, and that's in the path. That's a nice mission. So what's the path to this one? It's over there. We can actually get there. I think we'll go through these empty ones, just for the sake of it. No! We did not reach it. Wow. I think the Sigor is a catapult, basically, but could be nice to give it some. We actually have unlocked something here, so these ones up here. We got this one for free, it seems. Hero capacity for Brave Shamans, Hero recruit brand for Brave Shamans, and building construction crossed, and horde growth. Okay, so we already had that one. Vigor loss reduction, speed. So that's the same as our research. That's a 10% speed increase, and leadership aura size. And this is just the personal. I think we could go for the speed. Vigor loss, since we are running all over the place with all our units. So for like the 5th turn in a row, we have done basically nothing. And they were destroyed. Now something popped up right here. Little red flag. Icons of vilification? There's a reason that Malagor can hear snakes. It's depicted as the arch foe of Sigmar entails, and on wood carving throughout the Empire. He is the dark Omen that despises all gods in opposition to his ruinous masters. But it's Sigmar he loathes the most. So where better to strike than at the Sigmarite cult heartland, Reichland. Let the uncloven folk who dwell within the borders of Reichland know that the Crowfather Knight stalks the land. So we get some money for completing this quest. Oh, a Gorbel. So what do we want this Gorbel to be? We want him to be our duelist, but he might be able to help out a bit. Casualties inflicted, so these are his special actions. I don't think we care about them for the time being. I think we'll just take this one. Skaven encountered. Can we see how much Clan Vulcan? So that is what we expected. We have no idea how powerful they are. I think we might just want to move to... Now we can do this. Because we used 1% of our movement. Oh, this is hurting me. Do we want to attack them? We have no idea how powerful they are. We can see that actually. So it's not dwarf, not a greenskin, Skaven. So they seem pretty low on the strength rank.
Skaven blight.
Maybe we can take them on. Yeah. We cannot spread death and destruction if we do not declare war. No allies. Okay. Let's do this. And this should be doable. Decisive victory. So this is a non-battle, it seems. I think we'll just let's fight it. Let's do something. Let's massacre something. Let's feel good about ourselves for losing that puzzle that I'm still mad about. But we still can't raise the settlement afterwards. Or we can raise it, but we cannot resurrect the hearthstone like we wanted to. So I think this is just pile in. Yes, let's start deployment. I don't have any tactics for this. I think we'll just do this. Let's go. Okay, maybe not like that. Do this. This should be like attack move, no? And we have that one. We want to keep this on the side. It's fine. It's fine. And where's our giant? It's right here. And we want our harpies in return as well. I think we don't want them to land quite yet. They are already fleeing. Well, actually, we have just gotten some more. We want to. We didn't even get to cast our Psychor. There's this one. That's right there. This one is right here. We actually might want to close down this a little bit. Wait. And our archers are in trouble. Let's help them out. I think this is a done battle already. Yes. I don't think we need to draw this one out. So that was the very Beastmen like all-in attack, unfocused, just smash them. And I wish there actually was a more appropriate way to do attack move. I'm sure there is, but I think I have to scour the controls to find it. So this was basically an auto resolve, but it was fun to click hit everything. Maybe we should have zoomed in on the giant attacking. I haven't really seen it doing anything, so I want to see how it smashes things to justify it being there. Also the Gorbul, we wanted to see how he ventured. So the hounds were basically the carriers of this one, and I think that's the speed of them just getting into battle first and slaughtering the Skaven, and them being so good at chasing down fleeing units. I think that's what we want to keep them in reserve for. I'm a little unsure about the Harpies, but because I thought they will play a similar role.
Until you have performed a herdstone ritual, my lord. You should first ensure you have caused maximum devastation in the blood grounds to receive the greatest rewards. As your power grows...
Okay. Melee attack, we give this to the bull. So the ritual, it says the ritual is locked. Post battle, yes. Very nice.
Malagor of Karun.
Dual wielder. Weapon strength for warhounds, harpies, razorgore. We want this. Definitely want this. Psychor, Gorber. Armor for. We want the strength. Attack first. defend later. Charge bonus, armor, defense. Want the charge bonus? Yes. I hope it's the Gorbel that does the rolling attack. So this is ritual locked, and I'm starting to wonder what this means. Maybe we need to take this city over? That could be the case. Why is the ritual locked? Challenge. Rewards of dread. Upgrades. It's expensive.
Malagor, dar armu.
We are out of movement.
Roma.
I think we can end the turn. The next turn I think we get the speed from our research. Not too shabby, we'll have a very fast army. So I thought that the Hobbies would do the same as the Hounds are currently doing, but since they cause fear, we actually want them into the Freya battle to be able to... Okay. We actually have... I thought we would have a shot here, but it says defeat, casualties high. So... Will our hoofed heroes survive their incoming slaughter? Or will they be trampled like the herd animals they are? Found out in the next episode. So I think that's... we'll start with this battle next time. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in part 2. Bye.